A celestial mobile suit. Gets an evangelical paint job. This is the Master Grade. 00 Zit Riser. Reborn! Reborn! Ready? Now here's a big one to close out the year with. Armed with hands down one of the coolest looking swords and sporting a backpack larger than the Gundam itself. Built in my early days of the hobby, this kit is riddled with nub marks and has no detailing to speak of. Few kits are more deserving of a makeover than this one right here. So I'm going for an Eva Unit 1 based color scheme. If you're a normal person that knows nothing about anime, all you need to know is that Evangelion is a highly influential anime of the 90s, and dudes really be losing their shit over some underage anime girls. She's not real, bro. It's just a drawing. Anyways, you know it's bad when you're using the nippers to remove nub marks. I must have built this thing like a total caveman. As I work my way down, I need to get an idea of what colors are going where. There wasn't a whole lot of planning going into this. I'm kinda just winging it, you guys. The Tupperware's putting in mad work, and it's always a good idea to keep the tweezers handy. Parts are organized, ready to make the magic happen. Let's do this. Show me your true power. Working with a lot of different colors here, so it's gonna be kinda brief. I'm using a combination of gunmetals mostly to spruce up the inner frame. Light green serves as a secondary color here and the main highlight. Metallic gold for some tiny pieces. Silver and aluminum for the weapons as well as a few armor parts. And the big one, metallic purple as the main color, with regular purple as a backup. It's time to ventilate before these fumes make me pass out. Alright, now don't get too excited. Think of this more like a test build to see how the colors came out. All things considered, I think the balance between green and purple is pretty damn good. It doesn't feel like one color really overpowers the other. Tried to get fancy with a little layering in some spots. You guys ever play Monster Hunter? That shit reminds me of Brachydios. We do have a model kit of Eva Unit 1 for comparison, and he just wants to talk, you guys. First off, I'm really jealous of that green. Where do I get a color like that? Secondly, the yellow in the chest area really pops out, unlike the metallic gold, which just kind of blends in. And I definitely missed some areas while painting, so yeah, there's still work to do here. Now you've seen the Gundam, but that's only half of what we're working with here. See them updated yellow highlights? Oh yeah. So we're gonna get started on paint aligning and then move on to decals. The head was actually one of the trickier parts for me to paint. I didn't just want to go full on purple, or it would have blended in with the shoulders too much. Also take note of the clear green neck piece, where most kids tend to use a gray polycap. You'll see why later on. Updated chest piece here, and dude, I'm loving the yellow. I think that was such a game changer for this project. I left that little bit of green on the antennae. Oh yes, please. Now I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's pointless to paint align the purples, but they definitely don't show it like this green does. I'm glad I used aluminum on a few parts. Kind of feel like it helps maintain some of that Gundam identity. Now just because I painted over the gold parts, that doesn't mean I'm not doing some gold highlights. Fresh gold marker on purple paint? Oh, we're gonna pimp this Gundam out, son. It's always a bit of a hassle the first time around getting the marker to start flowing. I don't want to be too rough though, or paint could start to spill out. Small spots are a much better time. I think it's funny how nerve-wracking mistakes can make this, and at the same time I kinda love the precision detailing. And look at that, we're finally doing some work on the purple. Just the tiniest spots, that's what it's all about, man. We got some ghost rework water slides, and a full sheet of gold from the Master Grade Banshee Unicorn Gundam. Really awesome looking kit, but god, it's just so janky, dude. So thank you for your donation, sir. Much appreciated. Now, I really have no business using the unicorn logo here, but on top of that purple, it just looks too clean for me to pass up. I'm also using what looks to be a lion's head for the other shoulder. Here's another spot where I went over the gold with yellow, definitely for the better. This decal is identical for both sides, but I still think it's a nice fit for the area. I'm not looking to overload with decals because I have a feeling the paint job is going to do most of the talking. Let's take a gander at some of the main features here. The GN drives on the shoulders get some adjustment and can be flipped forward and backward, just like in the anime. The GN sword is one of the best parts of this kit. It has a rifle on the front, and the switchblade with the green plastic is sick. Folds in and out like a dream too. The sword is designed to fit either hand, and take note of this peg on the bottom, it's important. Now the top half just fits over the arm, but it's the bottom half that does the heavy lifting. Once you get it connected, it really doesn't matter if the hand is grabbing the handle or not. And I tell you, he holds it like a total champ, because this thing has some weight to it. I was impressed, not gonna lie. We've got the big banana here with the XN Riser or the Zen Riser. The spacecraft docks onto the back of the 00 Gundam to combine their powers, and forms the 00 Riser. Without the caboose and the big ass swords, you just have the regular O Riser. The Zen Riser is an expansion kit that adds a few bells and whistles to the base model, and this thing is just ridiculous in size. You've got a peg for attachment, and the secret hatch on the back of the Gundam. Considering the weight of this thing, it stays on pretty well. You even get a sad little stand to keep the Gundam from toppling over. You get a pair of manipulator arms that can fold in and out. These aren't super dynamic, but still just a neat addition. On top of the riser, you have the GN Buster Swords. These can be combined at the base by removing the center part from one sword or another. This is simple to do, but obviously combining swords means more weight, and one hand on its own is not strong enough to hold this. That's why I've got it propped up here. Last thing I want to talk about is the LEDs. You do get one included with the kit, but there are multiple places to use it. I sorely miss the glowing chest designs that made the Season 1 suits so iconic, but using it to light the head up like this is really creative. We've also got the twin GN drives on the shoulders. These are a little annoying to put together, but when you get there, the result is really satisfying. This is the first time I've had enough LEDs for everything, and this right here is just peak Gundam aesthetic. So what's the verdict? When it comes to looks, this one is a total knockout. Clear parts and LEDs are always a plus. You've got some really nice weaponry that looks good whether it's drawn or stowed onto the Gundam. This is a very solid build, and I never had an issue with parts falling off. On the downside of things, this kit is super back heavy, and the Zen Riser is a bit crowded when it comes to posing. The articulation is good, but you gotta work around that wagon on the back. The price point is also worth mentioning. It's steep compared to your average Master Grade, but you definitely get your money's worth. That's just my opinion though. Even with the drawbacks, this is a damn fine model kit and one of my absolute favorites. Now it's time to wrap it up all professional-like and send it back to my buddy in the PlayStation VR box he sent it in. Must be nice. Little bitch. We're almost out of time for today, and to close out the end of the year, we're joined by my lovely girlfriend. Hold on. Let me pop this first.
Perfect!
Whoa!
camera. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rynzero, and happy holidays.
And happy holidays. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rynzero, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays, guys. See you next year. Looking forward to more awesome builds and better videos. Rynzero and out.